What's up, everyone? Welcome back to our Element Zero playthrough of Dragon Age Origins. Last time, we found out I'm kind of boring. I like to play as a human male warrior in Dragon Age Origins. Kind of the character I'm most connected to here. I really enjoy this character a lot. For a full recap, please go check out our previous episode. But for a quick recap, started the game, got into some shenanigans, met our parents. Our brother came down to Ostagar ahead of our father. But before then, our castle was beset by Arl Howell's men. My character's sister-in-law and nephew were both killed. My father and mother were killed, and a lot of the people inside the castle were murdered. And we were saved by Sir Duncan of the Gray Wardens. We were brought here to Ostagar to meet, and we met King Kaelin Theron, and we are now getting ready to join the Gray Wardens and hopefully eventually get revenge on Arl Howe for murdering our family. Our dog, our faithful Mabari hound, Darkspawn, came along with us. I love naming him that just because it fits. It kind of fits a lot of the stuff. It fits a lot of the stuff.
The Gray Warden recruit that Duncan brought. This place
I like it a lot.
But
yeah, we're just getting here, starting to meet some of the people and get a feel for what's going on here in Ostagar.
Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages.
And we're off to meet a Grey Warden named Alistair.
In the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Tairn Logain's closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp.
Tairn Logain is here. He's a
Chantry.
famous warrior from
without hitting somebody important.
Back in the day. Ask some of these other questions. Is there any way to get supplies?
Quartermaster, he's just a bit to the northwest.
Where's the king?
Probably in his tent. He and Tairn Logain are on the southwest side of the camp. The king likes to spend time with his soldiers, though. Sometimes even without his bodyguard. Drives Tairn Logain wild, that does.
Circle of Magi is here?
A few mages, yes. They even brought those creepy quiet fellows, the Tranquil. Gives me the shivers when they talk, all cold and even. They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of Templars glaring at them. Can't miss it.
Do I hear dogs barking?
This is Ferelden, isn't it? The king has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the Darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them. It's like poison. Slow, painful death. Terrible.
I want to ask you something else.
Go on, then.
Where's Duncan's tent?
Not far. It's straight ahead, just past the royal encampment. Most of your fellas are in the valley with the army, but the recruits seem to be staying up here for now.
I'll be on my way.
Good luck to you, then.
It's a good introduction to some of the stuff that goes on in here in Ferelden and in the Dragon Age world in general. With gives you a decent look into the mages and their issues with the Templars, and even a bit about the Tranquil, which is nice. Hey, there's Darkspawn. He's happy to see me. There's Duncan.
You found our tent, I see. Is there something you need?
I have some questions.
Alistair can help you with those. I had hoped he would be back by now.
Alright, well, I'll look around then. So the Tranquil are,
You there, elf. What's your
well, let's see
name?
if we can find out something here.
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Tairn Logain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir.
Oh, the Ash Warriors. Those guys are cool. I like
My
these
respect
guys.
to you, Grey Warden.
See if we can find something out. No? Ash Warrior leader. Here we
What
go.
do you need? You haven't brought more instructions from the Tairn, I hope.
You talk to everyone like that?
If I feel like it. If you're not from the town, what do you want? We're busy.
Don't look like the other soldiers in the army.
We aren't. We're Ash Warriors.
What is an Ash Warrior?
Our training has been passed down since Lathias the Dwarf Son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale.
So what does an Ash Warrior do?
We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. That is our way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his.
I have a Mabari hound of my own.
Then you are most fortunate. A trained Mabari hound is as dangerous as any sword. We do not speak of a city pet or those things that sit in an old woman's lab.
What are you preparing for?
To scout the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Survives blood? What do you mean?
Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The Wardens say that tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill.
Wouldn't it be smarter to leave your dogs behind?
They fight at our side. We don't fret over their safety as if they were children.
Why have you painted your dogs?
They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies, but the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
What if the enemy is painted with caddis as well?
Why? Would you steal our caddis and give it to the Darkspawn hordes?
Absolutely not.
Good. I hear death is unpleasant.
I should be going.
My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
The Ash Warriors are interesting lot. For sure. I don't really remember a whole lot about them. I just know that they're pretty interesting characters. All things considered. Kennel Master.
Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle. Half the dogs are sick from Darkspawn blood. It's terrible.
Maker above, hear the prayers of your sons and daughters. We who betray.
Oh, hold on. One of my favorite characters is just here.
Greetings, young man. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not?
Oh, Wynn.
Easily impressed.
She's one of my
You
favorites.
should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynn, one of the mages summoned by the king.
Pleased to meet you.
Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
King Kalen thinks the battle will go well.
The king must always seem confident. His behavior affects the troops' morale. He does seem to find his enthusiasm easily, though. Reminds me of a puppy. And I say that with both respect and affection. He is a fine man. To defeat the
I
troops
adore
that
Wynn.
we
She's
have
one of my
to work together.
favorites.
It's not an idea everyone
Can't see it, but I have a smile on my face just because Wynn's one of my absolute favorite characters in Dragon Age. It's just such a great motherly figure.
Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade?
Where does the fate have to do with anything?
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others
Or the upside down.
thoughtless. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
What's the Black City? Wait, hold on, I got a better one. I've heard that. Didn't something bad happen there?
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
And is that true?
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
At least it's something to ponder.
Yes, occasionally it's wise to contemplate one's actions. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
I love Wen. She's one of my, like I said, she's one of my favorites. I just, walking up and seeing Wen again just it made me happy because she's such a great, well-written character. She gives me, she knows, she's such a great motherly figure, and I feel like she doesn't get enough credit. And it sucks because you don't see her after this game. She's just one of my absolutely favorite characters, and she's so well written and so caring, and basically the idyllic mother character. And here we go with a Tranquil. Who are you?
I am one of the Tranquil, my friend. I am of the Circle of Magi. But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the Circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
You speak very strangely. Why is that?
Allow me to put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared?
Because magic is powerful and dangerous.
It is dangerous beyond its power. Those with magical talent attract demons and spirits. We can be possessed easily and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood magic from these demons. Hence, we are considered dangerous. This is our curse. Thus, I was made tranquil, stripped of emotions and talent. I am no longer dangerous.
The Tranquil, they are they are depressing and interesting allegory for connections between the church and Dragon Age and some stuff in real life. Let's see here. It sounds like a horrid practice.
It might seem such to you, but I feel no horror. I am content to serve in my role.
I'm gonna have to. I can't remember exactly how they strip them of. I think it's explored more in Dragon Age 2 how they are stripped of their emotion and their personality, basically. No, here we go. How is someone made tranquil?
Our forehead is branded with magic, which stills our talent and mind. The process is irreversible as far as I am aware.
It's not in this one, but in future games you can see the mark on their foreheads. I feel badly for you.
You do? I feel nothing. As the name suggests, my existence is quite peaceful. I am alive, productive, and no danger to anyone. Surely that is not a terrible thing. Perhaps we may speak of something else. Do you need assistance?
What is enchantment exactly?
It is the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects. We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff, or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not.
What sorts of enchantments are there?
Runes exist that hold the power of the elements that increase strength or swiftness. Almost any spell can be given permanency, given enough skill and lyrium. Naturally, the greater the power required, the more expensive the rune will become to create. True power comes with a price, as we know only too well.
I should go.
goodbye.
Yeah, that's the Tranquil are very interesting characters. They basically are able to do.
Any last wishes I can help fulfill
I
before
don't
you
know. They're
battle? Life is
really
short,
weird
you know.
because they're able to fill a role that the dwarves could normally do, but because of what they're able to do with enchantments. But
Oh well, too bad.
so their whole story is just it's hard.
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
This is Davith, and who are you?
The name's Davith. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they'd cooked this ritual up just for our benefit.
Maybe they did.
Just to give us a good scare. No, they don't really seem the type. I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Gray Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
So what? That wouldn't frighten me.
Cannibals, beasts, witches, and now Darkspawn. What isn't to be scared of? It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
They're forcing you to be here?
I've got nowhere else to go after what Duncan saved me from. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
One of the other Gray Warden recruits. That's he's an interesting one. Let's talk to the quartermaster, see what he has.
Have you seen an elf running
Yeah,
about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain.
Can't say I have, no.
Blast it. Where did she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back, or by the maker up. Oh, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies?
You need help
I'm
tracking
sure
to go
you have
down?
better things to do than run errands for me. I can find them myself.
What supplies do you have?
Arms and armor, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some, goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course. To keep morale up, you understand.
Let's see what you have.
Let me know what you'd like.
So, yeah, this was an interesting opening to this game because you immediately get introduced to a handful of story bits that don't necessarily make the most amount of truth, or not truth, but make the most amount of sense right out the gate. So I'll jump. That didn't do a whole lot for me. But so immediately you meet. So far, we've met people from the Circle of Magi, which okay, they've got some interesting stuff going on, but their big thing is we met some of the Tranquil. The Tranquil are kind of terrifying. Not terrifying in that they're terrifying. Terrifying in that what's going on with them. Let's see, what am I looking? Well, that sucks. The scale armor on there is better than the one that I got. Oh well. But I can definitely try to. I don't think I ever really wear this though. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting situation that we'll learn more about this stuff as we go. But it's an interesting way how they kind of put you into this stuff. They immediately throw a couple of small stuff here and there. Hey, here are the Tranquil. They do that. They're like this. Okay, here are Ash Warriors, which we don't really get to know them that well, but still interesting nonetheless. And then, well, that's why it's gray iron and I have iron. That explains a lot. And then I think I might just sell this because I don't think I ever wear this. Yeah, that way I can get some decent armor right out the gate. go ahead and do that. But get introduced to them. You get, you know, you kind of have find out there's a little bit of tension between the Templars and the Circle of Magi as well. Find out that the Gray Wardens take... Well, we haven't really learned a whole lot about the Gray Wardens, but we learned that they have taken somebody who didn't necessarily have to be there anymore, or doesn't necessarily want to be there.
To remain here long, Warden. Most of these men have been tainted by the Darkspawn blood.
Ah, I suspect you are one of the new Gray Wardens. Will you accept the Maker's blessing?
Sure, why
And I
not?
bless you, Gray Warden, in the name of Andraste and the Maker above. May the chant of light carry your name to the ears of our Lord.
And then, you know, the little bit of interesting stuff about the,
Perhaps one day we will finally destroy these vile things, and the Maker shall be pleased.
about, the Darkspawn and how they're basically here because, and it's our own fault that they're here. Or some mage's fault that they're here.
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
Yes, I am Aiden.
Sir Jury is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Aemon. You have the bearing of a man who knows how to fight. If I may ask, were you a soldier before you came here?
I was not a soldier, but my father did train me to fight.
Are you a nobleman? I am honored to be in your company, my lord. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
Are you nervous about? Aren't you nervous about fighting Darkspawn?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. As a boy, my mother told us Darkspawn hunted down all children who misbehaved. It is a foolish superstition, I know, but I still shiver when I think of fighting them. Tell me, has anyone told you what this joining ritual entails?
Davis said we might be going into the wilds.
I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
Yeah. And then there's the whole secret behind the Darkspawn ritual, which that one's an interesting one as well. I do like talking to this prisoner.
Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me.
No, I haven't.
I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you. All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
Tell me why you're in there first.
I'm a deserter, or so they think. I bet there's no arguing them out of it, though. Armies are funny that way.
Did you desert?
I wasn't deserting. But when you catch someone sneaking around camp in the middle of the night, what else are you gonna think? Does it matter? All I want is a bit of food and water.
If you weren't deserting, why sneak around the camp?
Oh, I would have deserted eventually. Just not then. I was stealing, not sneaking out of the camp. I got one of those wizards drunk and took his key. It belongs to a chest they got here, full of magical treasures. In fact, I still have it. I can't use it from here, but I'd trade you for some food and water.
I didn't find the key when you were arrested?
I swallowed it. But it's, come back into my possession since then.
Ah, he pooped it out. I'll see what I can do.
Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
Lord.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
Well, I mean... Who is this prisoner exactly?
They say he was recruited before the war up in Dinnerham. Probably figured he'd never have to fight if he served the king, right?
Maybe. I had a chat with him, actually. Actually, why did he want to desert?
Why does anyone want to desert? Because he thinks he's going to die and he's a bloody coward, that's why. Either that or he's been listening to a bunch of hogwash about how the Darkspawn will drag you off and eat you.
Yeah, they do that, I think. I had a chat with him, actually.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
He asked for some food and water.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
So you missed one meal. This man could be hanged soon.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm going to say it was you. Just so you know.
Why is that prisoner burping? The Gray Warden did it.
Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
Here's some food.
Much obliged. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you. And, as I mentioned, here's the key. Use it in good health, huh?
Nice. Alright, let's see what kind of trouble I can get into with this. But yeah, it's so far we found that the Darkspawn's blood are... The Darkspawn's blood is poisonous. Why won't they go back? Okay, there.
That course of action. Welcome, young man.
You said you were made tranquil?
Indeed. The circle makes tranquil those with insufficient skill to become a mage. We lose our emotions, but can still play a vital role in the circle. The brand is a minor price to pay. I am pleased to serve as a merchant and artisan, and people do not fear me as they do mages.
Yee.
Goodbye. That course of action is inadvisable.
So how do I get the tranquil away from there? If I talk to Lynn.
Again? Don't the Gray Wardens need you?
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted. The mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade.
The Fade?
The Fade is the realm of dreams and the land of the dead, or so the mages tell us. Regardless, they are not to be disturbed, not even by Gray Wardens.
As you wish. There's a way to entertain that tranquil. I can't remember what it is though. Let me see if I can figure it out. Tunnel Master? No. Well, let's see here. Trying to think of what other stuff we've learned so far. So far, it's mostly just been basic stuff that we've seen.
You may not want to remain here long, Warden.
We'll learn more in-depth stuff as this game goes along. Kind of getting to see the early bits of it with the Tranquil and the... maybe I gotta come back to him. I don't remember. With the Tranquil, the Circle of Magi, and some of the other early stuffs. Up here is Alistair.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way.
Oh, Alistair.
You know, one good thing about the blight is how it brings people together.
I know exactly what you mean.
It's like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
Don't worry, I'm no mage.
Less being yelled at for me, then. Though the day is still young. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit. From Highever. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
And you must be Alistair.
Did Duncan mention me? Nothing bad, I hope. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Oh, goody. Pleased to meet you. My name is Aiden.
Right, that was the name. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
Have you?
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
Probably. That argument I saw, was it about you? Or what was it about?
With the mage. The circle is here at the king's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are. Which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
Yeah, the Templars are basically the right hand of the Chantry. And you were a mage hunter?
Not that that's all Templars do, but yes, the Chantry raised me until Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
Yes, both of them.
That makes things easy then. They'll both be back with Duncan by now.
Let's go.
If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Yep. And now we have Alistair, who is probably one of the more popular Dragon Age Origins characters. I like Alistair a lot. He's a fun one. Can't level him up, though. Alright. Yeah, he's a fun one. His storyline has a lot of ways that it can turn out. Actually, I think I'm supposed to come back for that chest after our first trip out. So Alistair was raised by the Chantry and became a Templar, and we'll find out why specifically he was raised by the Chantry relatively early in this
you found
game.
Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations.
And now we get to
Assuming,
go
of course,
out
that you're
and
quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Korcari vials to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
And what's the second task?
There was once a Gray Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What kind of scrolls are these?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Gray Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
And what if they're no longer there?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Gray Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
This part of our joining too? I should ask more questions on the first part. Oh well.
I have every confidence you are up to the task.
How will we find the archive?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
Find the archive and 3 vials of blood. Understood.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Alright. So now we have our first run with an entire crew.
Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle. Half the dogs are sick. All the blood. It's terrible.
Alright.
Hail. I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
We're off into our first quest. Kind of on our own. We'll run into our first Darkspawn here too shortly.
The waiting around part is awesome.
So first we run into wolves. It's an interesting first fight here. Running into a pack of wolves right out the gate. Alright. Nothing too heavy there. There was a lot of them, mind you, but it seemed like a lot of them, but kind of had control of it pretty early, so there's that. Missionary Jogby. A letter. Letter to Jogby. Leads into Korcari Wilds, the missionary. Found a corpse near the entrance of the Korcari Wilds. A letter on the corpse detailed a path through the wilds that should lead to the place where the deceased is meant to meet his father. Consult the note, a letter to Jogby for more information. Then here, notes. Nope. Books and songs. Some stuff that quest related. Here we go. Letter to Jogby. My dearest son, it pleases me that you wish to follow in my footsteps and bring the Maker's word to the unenlightened. Wish you had chosen a less dangerous path to do so. Apologies for leaving early for the Wild Sun, but I wanted to set up camp and get things started. The chastened respect one with survival skills in the wild, so I hope to get a grip on that before you arrived. Maybe establish an agreement with the local tribe so that we had friends when you came. When you reach the wilds, you will find it difficult to navigate. I've listed certain landmarks below. If you follow them, they will lead you to a location I've scouted out, or I've left you some supplies. If you're lost, try to get back to that spot and I will find you. The landmarks are as follows, beginning at the entrance to the wilds from Oscar. Look for a tree leaning on a ruined building, pass under a fallen tree bridge, past a submerged tower on the right, look between a high ruined arch and a mossy standing building, walk along a path of roots and stones, look for 2 large statues with a chest between them. There you will find our meeting point. I love you, Jogby, my son. I hope to see you soon. Alright, we'll see if we can't find this at some point. Some extra loot, I believe. Oh, hello.
Who is that? Gray Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
Came out of the ground. Let's bandage him up at least.
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you. I've got to get out of here.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Oh, jeez.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless.
This is good foreshadowing. I like it a lot. Overcoming these dangers is part of our test.
True.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Yeah, so somehow they have the ability to tell when Darkspawn are nearby.
That flower, white with a red center. The kennel master at Ostagar was asking about those.
Why did he want them, do you know?
The kennel master said this flower can help dogs that get sick from biting Darkspawn. At any rate, he was offering a reward if someone went into the wilds and brought him one. Might want to think about it is all.
Oh yeah. Definitely gonna take that back. Here we go. First fight with Darkspawn. See, alright, so their basic design in this game is kind of uninspired. So at first I was kind of weirded out whenever they changed the designs for them in future games, because they look totally different in Dragon Age 2 and 3, or in Dragon Age Inquisition. But honestly, I kind of dig their new designs in Dragon Age 2 and 3. Like, it fits a lot better. They're more unique looking, I guess. Alright, we'll bring it on. Ouch. Well, this fight ended up being a little bit more intense than I thought it would. But still, we overcame it pretty quick. Yeah. Yeah, we overcame that pretty quick once we kind of got a hold of things. All the Darkspawn blood. We got all the Darkspawn blood. And we got extra, too. I think we end up just giving away the extra. But, yeah, it's a good introduction for the Darkspawn. You know, you find out their, oh, hello. Inspect. that, they're definitely not the easiest, but they're definitely not something you necessarily have to fear.
What's that?
Hold on, let me... Fire Wilds, Missionary, Tainted Blood. I have to decipher these trials, and I believe that I am close to breakthrough. The trail markers seem to point at a hoard or location used for secret storage among the chastened. Only found a portion of the message, however. One or two others. It's pointing towards another horde. Some more. Well, that's an interesting spot for them to spawn at. I need to set one dude's I need to set his parameters to stick to bow work, because he's not doing us any good. Because he's running around pulling out daggers and crap and stabbing stuff, and that's not really doing us a whole lot of good. How do I do this? Stab it. Yeah. Swap weapon sets. There we go. Alright, maybe he'll stay in this style, because he's not doing us a whole lot of good running up into the fray. Getting caught off guard and being in the fray, okay, that's one thing, but when he's consistently in the fray, it's kind of not helping.
What?
Let's see here. Alistair being frustrated, going, "What?" I selected him. That was kind of funny. I should be getting close to something. Yep, here we go. Here's the roots and the stuffs. Some woofs. Nah, there's nothing really to worry about. Dude, why are you right on top? What is your deal? What an idiot. Let's see, enemy. Oh, did it just get rid of that? Ow. Enemy. This is fun. I'm sorry that this is taking up tag. Okay. Alright. Save. Okay. Okay. Yeah, leveled up. Nice. Alright. It's taken a while to get back used to playing this game because it's been a hot minute. So there might be some trials and tribulations as I get used to it, like pushing the wrong button consistently. Let's do that. Boom boom. Okay. Insignificant. Oh, hold on. I need to add some points to dexterity. Otherwise... Alright. Let's look at some of this other stuff too. Yeah. For now, that's what I'm going to go with. I will go for the one that lets me... Jason Flattenbay. Nice. Inspect. It's just a personal library. I will go for some of the other stuff soon, but it's just a matter of time. I gotta get to them first. I need to focus on making Aiden the tank. Left your weapon, everything else I can spare. Hold on, let's go back to the front. Farewell letter to Jogby. My dear son Jogby, I fear this is the last letter I'll write you. I've had difficulty finding the chasen to bring them to the Maker's word. I have, however, seen evidence of their passing. They appear to have left this area in great haste, possibly fleeing the so-called Darkspawn that are rumored to be gathering in the wilds in ever-grading numbers. I've left your weapon, everything else I can spare, my son. I will try to find you once I have found a safe place. I only hope you will be safe. With luck, we'll meet again. If you see her, tell your mother that I love you and take care of our family. Your loving father, Rigby. So Rigby and Jogby, it seems. Jogby for sure is gone. Rigby, don't know for sure. I would believe. Unless we found his body. I can't remember. You know how these things go. One of these could be Rigby. They're low poly faces. Oh, go for the emissary. Rule number 1 in this game: always go for the mage. Dude, where the fuck? Alright, I was close enough to where it knocked him down too. Alright. Getting the mage was good. A pouch of ashes excerpt from local myths and legends. Oh, I remember this one. I'll have to do it. I believe it gets us something. Oh, we'll go check that out here in a minute. Let me see what the emissary Darkspawn stat. Okay. A pinch of ashes, torn from a book on local myths and legends. The Korcari wilds are rife with legends and myths that have amazed and confounded scholars since the fall of Ostagar in ancient times. One such mystery lies behind the tale of Astria and Nebunar, two young lovers who lived in Ostagar. The legend says that Astria grew up in the company of Gazarath, a spirit of the earth bound on an overhang on the bank of a lake in the Korcari wilds. Gazarath began to fancy her, and they spent much time of their days together, talking and laughing. Over the years, however, Astria became a woman and began to seek the company of men. When Astria met Nebunar, the two fell in love, and Astria hoped to bring her lover to see the spirit friend. But the spirit, angered and jealous, bade her begone. Gazarath told her that she would never see it again until she brought her lover's ashes and sprinkled them over their spot. Astria was horrified, and she fled from the enraged spirit. But she began to miss Gazarath, and on the day Nebunar asked her to marry him, she cut her beloved's throat, burned him, and brought his ashes to Gazarath. Knowing that their marriage would forever sever her ties to her dear spirit friend. There are legends among the chastened that Gazarath still haunts the lake, and that those who sprinkle the ashes of the deceased over the right spot can summon the spirit in memory of the contract with its beloved Astria. Gazarath will grant a single wish and then vanish, never to be heard from again. A note is scribbled in the margin beneath the page. Marcus, I think this is real. If you take the ashes I gave you and scatter them over a pile of rocks on an overhang overlooking that half-sunken Teventer dome, maybe Gazarath will appear and give you a wish. If the battle takes you there, I think it's worth a try. Oh! Can't hurt! Can it? It probably can. Suspicious looking camp here. Of course it's a ambush. Basically in this game, I don't want to talk to you. Basically in this game, if something looks kind and inviting, it's usually a trap. Alright, let's go find the place where Gazarath is at, because that's another fun one.
Darkspawn. They just crop up everywhere, don't they?
Oh lord. I'm not trying to fight y'all here.
Very well. It shall be done. It's begun. Very well. It's begun. As you say, it shall be done. Watch out!
If I keep going ahead, I will... go into the next part of the story. But we're still hunting side stories here. Nice. He has some interesting stuff. We're almost ready for that. Not quite. We still have to find Gazarath. Oh, maybe there's something else. The chastened horde or something like that. I don't know. All I know is I'm gonna save before I do this because I know, if I remember correctly, it's not an easy fight. Sprinkle more ash on a pile of stones.
Don't give them the advantage.
Oh yeah, he's a mini boss.
As you say, very well. It is begun. Don't say I didn't warn you.
I like these classic games that have, you know, good hidden bosses in them somewhere. What do you have on his pile of rags? Enchanter's footing. Not a whole lot. So that was Gazarath. I believe there might be some more hidden stuff if you look around. We're gonna look around a little bit more just to see. Oh my gosh. Oh. Hello. Maybe I found it. This is a good opening area, I always thought. It's gives you a nice mix of enemies. Nice little couple side quests to kind of get you going. Isn't overly difficult, but isn't necessarily forgiving. Alright, there's Missionary Rigby. Rigby's last will and testament. He should be able to open this. No. Damn it. Alright, hold on. You found the last will and testament of someone named Rigby on it. Find the cache mentioned in the will and take it to Jeddah and Redcliffe. Alright. Whoever finds this note, this last will and testament of Rigby the missionary. Can't speak, sorry. Proud speaker of the Maker's Word, I have come to the wilds to speak the chant, but I fear I will die here at the hands of Darkspawn. I leave all that I came with to my wife Jeddah. Should the reader of this note feel charitable, I have buried a sealed lockbox in our camp, nestled in a Tevinter ruin in the western reaches of the wilds. It is my will that this lockbox find my wife in Redcliffe, and that it is still sealed shut when it reaches to her. To my wife and my son, I apologize that my work has taken me from you, but I know that I die in the service of the Maker. Alright, hold on. So... Alright. I gotta find the camp.
Very well. As you say.
Though I do like these little side quests. Some of them are kind of annoying. Alright, so I gotta find his camp again. I don't know if it's again, but I gotta find his camp. Also, I love not necessarily the layout, because the layout of this area is isn't my favorite. But I do love the atmosphere of this area. I've always felt like the atmosphere of this area is great.
Look there. Poor slobs. That just seems so excessive.
And then you got Alistair with his remarks about everything. But I've always liked the atmosphere of this opening area. Always felt like it gives a nice feeling of foreboding. Like everything's not quite right. That there's something just beyond that we can't really see yet. Hidden cache. You rummage around in the rubble and find Rigby's secret cache. Inside is an iron lockbox filled with wax. Take the lockbox to bring to Jeddah. I still can't speak. You stow the lockbox in your pack. Hopefully we eventually find our way to Redcliffe. If you haven't played this game, Redcliffe is one of the more infamous levels. I love Redcliffe. But yeah, we eventually will make our way to Redcliffe. It's a good level. It's a good quest line in overall. Alright, so I think that's the last of the side quests in this area. If there's anything I missed, please let me know in the comments below. I'm not a completionist per se.
What's this?
The Chastened Trail signs. There's supposed to be chastened treasure around here somewhere. I forgot all about it. There, we'll see what happens when I find this other Chastened Trail sign. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm not really much of a completionist as far as this game is concerned. Oh, maybe I'll just go get that other Chastened Trail sign real quick. See if we can't find the dang treasure. Because we all know that a little bit more treasure is helpful early. I'm not sure how helpful this one is particularly, but early on in RPGs, treasure is always helpful. And the Chastened, for those who aren't aware, are basically the tribes that live in the wilds around Ferelden. Dang, I keep hitting the wrong button. They play an interesting role in some of the later in Dragon Age Inquisition. You run into them a few times in this one. A lot of the times you run into them are just you run into them and you fight them. You don't really get to learn a lot about them, from what I remember. Dang, I did it again. But in Inquisition, there's a fair bit of interaction with them. There it is. All right. Let's go get that treasure. But yeah, it's a fair bit. You get a fair bit of interaction with them in Inquisition, if I remember correctly. When we get there, you'll get to see it a lot. We'll get to see it. We're actually coming up on our first interactions with one of my favorite characters of this game. And Origins is probably my favorite of the trilogy so far. I haven't gotten to spend a whole lot of time with Inquisition. I like Dragon Age 2, don't get me wrong, but Origins has always had a soft place in my heart. I've always just kind of enjoyed it just because it feels like an old school RPG, but isn't quite an old school RPG. Which is nice. And then, you know, I like being the hero of Ferelden. This storyline's definitely one of the better ones. Oh, it's over where in that ambush site. Okay. Okay. Nice, not bad. Not a bad haul. Alright, so let's go ahead and end our quest in the Korcari Wilds. We're getting close to the end of this episode as well. Like I said, if I missed anything in this area, please feel free to let me know. I don't know everything about this game. I am prone to miss stuff. There are a handful of side quests that I have not done in this game. I've tried to trigger some of the random ones, but it's hard to trigger a lot of the better ones. I'm really excited about doing this playthrough. And it's really interesting because this area you don't really get to come back to because, I mean, I guess you kind of do, but it's kind of overwhelmed. Not overwhelmed, that's getting into spoiler territory, but it's not in good shape. Eventually. This is one of my favorite interactions the entire game here.
Well, well. What have we here?
Good old Morgan.
Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey? What say you, Scavenger or intruder?
I am neither. The Gray Wardens once owned this tower.
'Tis a tower no longer. The wilds have obviously claimed this desiccated corpse. I have watched your progress for some time. Where do they go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
He said the thing.
Wild she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Which of the wilds?
I love that interaction.
Idle fancies those legends. Have you no minds of your own?
Swooping is bad.
Handsome lad. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine. Let us be civilized.
I'm Aiden. Pleasure to meet you.
Now that is a proper civil greeting, even here in the wilds. You may call me Morrigan. Shall I guess your purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer? You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Gray Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened.
Then who removed them?
'Twas my mother, in fact.
Can you take us to her?
There is a sensible request. I like you.
I'd be careful. First it's, I like you, but then zap. Frog time.
She'll put us all in a pot, she will. Just you watch.
If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'd be a nice change.
Follow me then, if it pleases you.
It's a fun interaction. One person's afraid of her, one person doesn't care, well, two people are afraid of her, because Alistair's kind of scared of Morgan.
Greetings, Mother.
I bring before you 4
Oh,
wardens who...
hello.
I see them, girl. Much as I expected.
Are we supposed
Morgan's
to believe
mother.
you were expecting us?
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Quiet, Davith. If she's really a witch, do you want to make her mad?
There is a smart lad. Sadly irrelevant to the larger scheme of things, but it is not I who decides. Believe what you will. And what of you? Do you possess a different viewpoint? Or do you believe as the others do?
I believe you have something we need.
They did not come to listen to your wild tales, Mother.
True, they came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected these.
You... Oh, you protected them?
And why not? Take them to your Gray Wardens and tell them this blight's threat is greater than they realize.
Thank you for returning them.
Such manners. Always in the last place you look. Like stockings. Oh, do not mind me. You have what you came for.
Time for you to go, then.
Do not be ridiculous, girl. These are your guests.
Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
Oh, Morgan and Flemeth. Such interesting characters. Who play a larger role in things to come. Like I said, I enjoy both of those characters. They're definitely interesting, and that's not foreboding music to come back to.
Greetings. Are you one of the Gray Wardens that went into the wilds? Did you happen to see any white flowers? I don't know for sure that the flower will aid my poor hounds, but it's worth trying. I have, let's see, 20 silver to offer as a reward for it.
War's not necessary.
You're very generous. Thank you for your help. Perhaps we won't lose as many hounds today as I'd feared.
Boom. Not a bad haul. Alright. Yeah, this is some foreboding to come back to. So yeah, pretty foreboding. Let's go ahead and talk to Duncan and see what this ritual entails.
So you returned from the wilds. Have you been successful? Good. I've had the Circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately.
Maybe we should tell you about Morgan and her mother.
There was a woman at the tower, and her mother had scrolls. They were both very... odd.
Were they wilder folk?
I don't think so. They might be apostates. Mages hiding from the Chantry.
Interesting.
I know you were once a Templar, Alistair, but Chantry business is not ours. We have the scrolls. Let us focus on the joining.
Now will you tell us what the ritual is about?
I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now, rather than later.
You're saying that the ritual can kill us?
As could any Darkspawn you might face in battle. You would not have been chosen, however, if I did not think you had a chance to survive.
Let's go then. I'm anxious to see this joining now.
I agree. Let's have it done.
Then let us begin. Alistair, take them to the old temple.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
They're just trying to annoy you. Calm down, there's nothing we can do about it now.
I only know that my wife is in Highever with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they
Why did
warned
he
you?
join the Gray
Maybe
Wardens?
that's why
Oh
they
my
don't.
gosh.
The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the blight.
Make a good point.
You saw those Darkspawns tonight. Wouldn't you die to protect your pretty wife from them? Maybe you'll die. Maybe we'll all die. If nobody stops the Darkspawn, we'll die for sure.
He's got a
I've
point.
just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last, we come to the joining. The Gray Wardens were founded during the first blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Gray Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those...
Their taint.
Those creatures.
Sorry, I'm inappropriate.
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before you. This is the source of our power and our victory.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the Darkspawn and use it to slay the Archdemon.
Those who survive?
Not all who drink the blood will survive, and those who do are forever changed. This is why the joining is a secret. It is the price we pay. We speak only a few words prior to the joining, but these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten. And that one day, we shall join you.
Davith, step forward.
Oh, this is good times.
I am sorry, Davith.
Davith did not survive.
But I have a wife, a child. Had I known...
There is no turning back.
No. You ask too much. There is no glory in this.
I am sorry. But the joining is not yet complete.
That's a crazy.
You are called upon to submit yourself to the taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden. It is finished. Welcome.
2 more deaths. In my joining, only one of us died, but it was horrible. I'm glad at least one of you made it through.
Eh?
How do you feel?
Like the morning after shore leave? Haha! No. The pain, that was unbelievable.
Such is what it takes to be a Grey Warden.
Did you have dreams? I had terrible dreams after my joining.
Such dreams come when you begin to sense the Darkspawn, as we all do. That and many other things can be explained in the months to come.
So I understand.
Before I forget, there is one last part to your joining. We take some of that blood and put it in a pendant. Something to remind us of those who didn't make it this far.
So I understand Jory dying, not Jory, Davith dying because he couldn't survive the taint.
take some
But
time.
Jory,
When you're ready, I'd like you to accompany me
backing
to a
out
meeting.
and Duncan killing him. That one's interesting.
The meeting is to the west, down the stairs.
Maybe once you have gotten that far and you know the secret, you aren't allowed to not join. Let's go ahead and hit our level ups. We need to put a point in dexterity just because. And then, yeah, that. Get our point in the threaten. We'll go shield cover. That way I can be better protected. Level up. Good old Darkspawn. Yeah. Alright. So, that's going to be it for today. We have partaken in the joining, which was an interesting affair. One person died from drinking Darkspawn blood, the other person backed out and was killed by Duncan, which was an interesting turn of events. We have met Alistair, we have met Morgan, we have met Morgan's mother. We've explored the Korcari wilds, we have met Wynn as well. And we have started to see some of the inner workings of the world of Ferelden and Dragon Age and the greater Dragon Age world. Started kind of see some of the rift between the Chantry and the Circle of Magi, which will be explored more as we go. That's just something that we'll see more of as we go. For now, though, we're getting ready for the Battle of Ostagar, and that'll be our next major stepping stone. But for now, that's going to be it for today. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know if you have any suggestions for stuff moving forward, what you would like to see me do, what you would like to see me not do. Check us out on Twitter at EzoPod. And that's going to be it for me today, guys. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.